Hello, everybody, and welcome to a review of 365 Days to the Wedding, Episode 8. Now, I want to make a moment talk about this episode, because this episode kind of hit me. Sorry. Let me adjust the camera, because this is going to be a really important episode. You know, these episodes of 365 Days to the Wedding, we often focus on other characters. We focus on Takia and Rika's relationship as it goes forward. And there's some moments that got us going about Rika, and got moments about Takia's backstory and all those things. Yeah, and them side characters oftentimes got their backstory and into why they doing this and doing that. But now we're gonna focus on one character in this episode, and that is Gonda. Gonda, Takia's best friend, the guy with the spiky hair. I gotta be honest with you guys. I never hated him. He's one of many in the world of anime. He's one of many side characters you can hang out with. He's one of many side characters you look at. If you need some advice, you come to him. He's one of many side characters who will back you up no matter what. Like Kazuya's friend from Rent a Girlfriend. You see what I mean? He'll back you up. Now, this episode, I gotta give credit where credit is due, because this episode focuses on a whole different matter when it comes to this show. And I realized it after watching this. We had fake marriages, same-sex marriage, and now dating a single parent. That's gotta be like, wow. Because if you look back to all of this, you talked about marriage, fake marriages, same-sex marriage, which is the princess. Remember the girl with the blonde hair? Well, came out of, wants to see the world of Tokyo, that kind of thing. Her. And now this. And for Gonda's case, seeing this episode really got me going about this show. So, without further ado, let's get right to it, the review of 365 Days to the Wedding, Episode 8. Normally, I'll be on lunch, but I gotta be at work. Okay. Now, Rika have some moments. This Rika has some moments in this episode. By the beginning, her back is sore. Her whole body is sore from all the drinking last week and all that. Okay. Takia is still in that state of like, what have I done? I fucked up. All that shit, But while those two are in their moment, this side character is Gonda. And I feel like these side characters are right now going to the main roster. These side characters in 365 Days to the Wedding are now becoming the main roster now of main roles, main characters of this. So, Gonda is, again, I can't hate him. His backstory is so sad. It's like we just had a don moment last week with the woman with the red dress. That was trending out of nowhere. That was sad. It was sad. Now, people don't understand why she did all this, but it all explained it perfectly if you read the manga. But the Don moment was so sad, I watched it. The first time I watched it, I cried. The second time I watched Don, I had to, really see why this is happening with the girl getting kidnapped, why she died. It all makes sense. But I ain't gonna go into detail to that. We're talking about Gonda. Gonda's backstory is not exactly the same as that one, but it kind of like this. Mother and father arguing over debt. The only person he had to protect him was his brother, his big brother. And then, I feel his pain because when he goes to school, back in high school, he wasn't the popular guy. He wasn't the friggin' athletic guy. He reminds me of the guy from My Love Story. The big guy from My Love Story? He is a big guy with a big heart. And he may not be, he got the big lips and all this, but he's still a big guy with a big, kind heart. And he know he's not going to get the girl. That's what I like about My Love Story. That guy is something. Now, I'm looking at him and he's not talented and all, but he know he's not going to get the girl. And his brother works for the government. His big brother works for the freaking government. Dude, that's a lot of money. Not jealous, but damn. And looking at Gonda's episode in this, I feel his pain. I feel freaking bad. I feel bad. Like, for real, I feel bad. Like, I feel your pain. I feel his pain because I was once like that too. Like, look at me. I may not be the most popular guy. In high school, I get picked on. I get picked on because I was the only guy to talk about anime. And I could not find anybody in high school talk about anime. I really couldn't. And I feel his pain. Now, he goes on this dating app where he could meet women, all that stuff. It's kind of like the Tinder or Hinge. I mean, I got Hinge, just so we clear. To be honest with you guys, I got Hinge. And it takes patience to meet someone on dating apps. It takes patience. It takes time to meet someone on Hinge, like for real. For real. Like I'm still on Hinge, like people are still on Tinder or Snapchat, whatever. And you're waiting for that swipe left, swipe right vibe. You're still waiting. Okay. Then he gets an app with the app where he meets everybody by categories, all that. And he meets someone in his 20s. Kaori, she's 28. And then when they meet up, Taki is being like the shadow, let's keep an eye on him. He got in with his happy thing. I should have brought my happy outfit out. Why did I bring my happy? Oh God, I should have brought my happy. I should have brought it out and just wear it with my glow sticks. Because that's what he did. He went in. I love it. See, look, my glow sticks is there. My happy's in the closet. I could have just wore it right now in this review, but I'm too tired. I'm too tired to do it. Should I get it? Nah, I'll save it for later. Okay, but again, he wore his happy and his glow stick to meet Kaori through the dating app. And they huge fans of this. They're huge fan of this group. Now, after that, immediately after that, one day, and he just said, "I want to marry her." And to me, I'm like, dude, you just met her. No disrespect to Gonda, but you just met this woman. It takes time. See, that's the thing about this show. It's not about the fake marriages we're getting, but it's also show you concepts of marriage, and it shows you just. People are not ready to be married. People are not ready to be married. People are forced into the marriage. It takes, when you're in a relationship, you have to be patient. It's not hit it and quit it. No. It takes patience. You have to be patient. And when I'm looking at this, I'm like, yeah, he wants to marry her. I'm like, dude, you just met her. It takes time. I understand your heart, your big heart, love Kaori, and you want to date her, you want to marry her, and that was it. And then when you finally meet Kaori and you confess your feelings, that look on her face, she's like, I gotta tell you something. You don't know this, but. And then they went to a daycare. She had to pick up her son. She's a single parent. I dated someone who's a single parent. That's what I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, I've been there. Gonda. I've been there. I dated a single parent before. You're not the only one, Gonda. I dated a single parent. Looking at him, it's like he was shocked. He was so shocked, and I'm like, that's a big, big deal. That's a big deal. You're marrying. I mean, you're on a date with a single parent, but you want to. You want to marry a single parent. And the responsibilities of that is like she has a kid. You're gonna take care of that kid. He has that big. Now that he realized he's a single. Now that he realized she's a single parent, it's like, do you want to take that risk? Do you want to marry a single? Do you want to marry a single parent? Do you know the responsibility of having a kid? All that stuff. You see? Don't get me wrong. He'll be an excellent stepdad. We all get that. He's gonna be an excellent stepdad. And then. He worked really hard. He made a check. He made a check balance for a check-ins account for her too. And they were gonna meet up, but then when her friend came in, she said, "I'm sorry again." But he worked so hard. He made a check-ins account. And that scene when he was crying, I'm like, I feel your pain. I freaking feel your pain. This episode hits me so hard. It's like, we have been in Gonda's shoes. Now, Taki had never been in a marriage before. He don't know how to express his feelings, and that's fine. But Gonda never experienced like this before. We have been in Gonda's shoes. I haven't done things that Gonda did, like making a checking account. But again, I've been in Gonda's shoes where he did stuff like this. It just, damn. You're not the only one, Gonda, who's been through this. Myself, everyone else has been in your shoes, Gonda. We all been there. I've been there. You're not the only one, and I felt that. And then that moment where Kakari was looking at her phone, she still kept that photo of them, and that's real nice. She didn't delete it. I get this. I get this feeling that I hope this episode continues after this one. I really hope so. But Gonda will move on, and you got to move on. See, I'm tearing up because it hurts. You got to move on, Gonda. Move on. You still like Kari, and you have a big heart. Life moves on. Go with the flow. And that's how it ended. So overall, though, this episode was really good. I love this episode because it focuses on single parenting marriage. Like, again, you have fake marriages to same-sex marriage, and now this. Marrying a single parent. And that's what this is. That's plot. You talking about plot? There is plot in this, guys. It tells you everything about the different types of marriages that people going through. And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, this is real life. And for Gonda's case, seeing what he's going through, just a big guy with a big heart, it tells you something. Life has a lot of mysteries, and it's all about patience when it comes to marriage. It's all about what to do when dealing with marriage. It's like this whole 365 days to the wedding is all about marriage. And if you understand this show, you'll learn a lot. So thank you for watching my review of this show. And like I said, Gonda, stand strong, brother. Stand freaking strong. So I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.